DC here. Hi guys and gals. Well, hope you're all well. And it is Tuesday. I'm walking along the street here and it is Tag Day. Not Monday this week. Tag Day is on Tuesday morning. A lot of traffic today. So yes, just finished doing Jasmine's tag and now I will be getting into Dave Nicholson's last Saturday 7-question tag. Well, hi there, Dave, and hope things are getting better. Yeah, I won't get into the details here, but I hope things are getting better. Yes, now, question 1. Who is the strongest person you know? That could be a tricky question. I suppose it could be strongest emotionally or strongest physically, I suppose. These days, I kind of think that the strongest people or persons that I know would be my first son and my daughter-in-law, because they are raising, a family, as we all did, but one of the kids, so Michael, is autistic, and that can be quite a challenge at times. And added to that, they live in a small apartment in a home where they're with the in-laws. So they live, with other people, and they, basically are going through those different challenges, and it's not always easy. So I would say, yeah, they're the strongest people that I know right now. And let me see. I gotta cross the street here. I've been trying to do it without getting hit. Yeah, okay. Almost there. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm on question 2. If you could take a single photograph of your life, what would it look like? What would it look like? I think it would be a smile. Because I think when I think about all my life, my family, my friends, I've been blessed. I was going to say God has been there, and I'm very grateful. So I'd put a big smile, not a smiley, a smile. Maybe my smile while you're at it. Definitely. Oh goodness, I got a truck there. Yeah, so that's what I would say. That's a single photograph of my life. Does it mean that everything was great in life? No. But there is a, I'm coughing this morning, hold on. There is a bit of scripture saying that in all things, make it joy. Now, that doesn't mean smile and everything goes rosy. That's not what it means, and I'm not going to do theology right now. So yeah, that'll be it. A big smile. Question 3. Is the reward worth the risk? That's one of those questions. Maybe not. You could stop it right there, because of course it's the usual thing. I mean, everybody's going to answer pretty much the same thing. It depends what you're risking, and it depends what the reward is. If it would be risking someone's life for something stupid, no. If it would be risking your life to save another one's, maybe. Give the example of if one of my children or grandchildren needed a kidney. I'm just inventing things right now. Needed a kidney, and I had it, even if it was an old man's kidney, and they decided to take it, and it was a big risk for me, and it would save the child. Well, yeah, in that case, I'd say yes, the reward would be worth the risk. In other cases, like I say, no. So anyway, that's one of those questions, that there's no answer that you can just, it's not a black and white thing. Okay, question 4. For you personally, what makes today worth living? Well, for me personally, I'd say it would probably be right now, and it is say that like that, doesn't it? Today, worth living would be, would be the family. Yeah. Right now you can't see it, but there's a whole class that's, well, actually it's a kindergarten that's walking through. Yeah. So today would be my family. Let me look at that question again. What was it? For you personally, what makes today worth living? Yeah, my family. Definitely. I'm retired, and I don't know, there's something very special of being retired and having your family close by. Definitely. Yeah. Question 5. What have you done in the last year that makes you proud? Learning Spanish. Yeah, my progress in learning Spanish. Yesterday, we had one of those classical ethical debates on euthanasia. Why would we use that? Would we choose that subject? Because it's something that's going on in Mexico, in the city of Mexico right now, with a citizens initiative, and so we decided. I pulled out that topic, and we spoke for an hour on this in Spanish, only in Spanish. So these are not easy subjects. Yeah, so I'm proud about that. Makes me proud. Yeah, it does. Question 6 actually. What did you learn recently that changed the way you live? Recently. It's not that recent. I was going to say family is important, faith is important. Put the two together and you gotta usually have a winning combo. But yeah, that is pretty much what I have learned, and it's not a recent thing. If it's very recent, what have I learned that changed the way I live? Very, very recent, I would say probably nothing, because I've been trying to follow these principles for years. But I guess that one thing is that I've learned even more recently is the golden rule holds true. Yes. Okay, question 7 and last. What is your fondest memory from the past 3 years? 3 years, okay. So that is since COVID, I guess, because COVID ended kind of like sometime in 22. So in 23, my fondest memory. I think it's gonna be all those meals together with my family around the table, and spending time having people that you love with you, and having people that you love say to you that they love you. Yeah, I think that would be certainly it. Yeah, very much so. And that's just about it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that'll be it. This will be DC signing off. Thank you, Dave, and for another good set of questions. Take care, everybody, and have a good week. Bye-bye.